Horror movies have captivated audiences for decades, offering a thrilling and adrenaline-inducing experience that keeps viewers on the edge of their seats. Hello viewers and welcome to our channel. In this video, we will explore the top 10 horror movies that have left an indelible mark on the industry and continue to haunt our nightmares. So without further ado, let's dive into the video and don't forget to subscribe the channel. Number 1. The Exorcist, 1973. The Exorcist, 1973, is a supernatural horror film directed by William Friedkin from a screenplay by William Peter Blatty, based on his 1971 novel of the same name. The film stars Ellen Burstyn, Max von Sydow, Jason Miller, and Linda Blair. It tells the story of Regan McNeil Blair, a 12-year-old girl who becomes possessed by a demon after playing with a Ouija board. The film was a critical and commercial success, becoming the highest-grossing film of 1973. It was also nominated for 10 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director, and won 2 for Best Adapted Screenplay and Best Sound Mixing. With its atmospheric cinematography and haunting imagery, The Exorcist takes us deep into the dark recesses of human fear. It explores themes of faith and doubt. Number 2. Hereditary, 2018. Writer-director Ari Aster made a huge splash with his featured directorial debut, a dark family drama about the nature of grief couched within a supernatural horror film. Toni Collette earned a spot in the pantheon of great Oscar snubs with her slowly ratcheted up to 11 performance as bedeviled Mother Annie. But the movie's biggest shock came courtesy of, well, we won't spoil that here. Suffice it to say, Hereditary struck such a nerve with moviegoers that it instantly turned Aster into a director to watch and shot up to second place on our list. Number 3. The Conjuring, 2013. The Conjuring is a 2013 American supernatural horror film directed by James Wan and written by Chad Hayes and Carrie W. Hayes. It is based on the case files of Ed and Lorraine Warren, paranormal investigators and authors associated with prominent cases of haunting. Their purportedly real-life reports inspired the Amityville horror story and film franchise. The film stars Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga as the Warrens, who come to the assistance of the Perron family, who experienced increasingly disturbing events in their newly occupied farmhouse in Rhode Island in 1971. It grossed over $319 million worldwide against its $20 million budget. The film is considered to be one of the scariest horror films of all time. Number 4. The Shining, 1980. The Shining is a 1980 horror film produced and directed by Stanley Kubrick and co-written with novelist Diane Johnson. The film is based on Stephen King's 1977 novel of the same name and stars Jack Nicholson, Shelley Duvall, Danny Lloyd, and Scatman Crothers. The Shining is a masterclass in slow-burn horror. Kubrick's direction is meticulous and deliberate, building tension and suspense with every scene. The film's use of sound and music is also masterful, creating a sense of unease and dread. The Shining is a classic horror film that has stood the test of time. It is a must-see for fans of the genre. Number 5. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 1974. It is a 1974 American horror film directed by Tobe Hooper from a story and screenplay by Hooper and Kim Henkel. The film follows a group of friends who fall victim to a family of cannibals while on their way to visit an old homestead. This was marketed as being based on true events to attract a wider audience and to act as a subtle commentary on the era's political climate. Despite its controversial content, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is now considered a classic of the horror genre. Number 6. The Ring, 2002. It is a psychological supernatural horror film directed by Gore Verbinski from a screenplay by Aaron Kruger and starring Naomi Watts, Martin Henderson, Brian Cox, David Dorfman, and Davy Chase. The film was a critical and commercial success, grossing over $249 million worldwide. It is considered to be one of the scariest films of all time. The film's slow-burning suspense. The film builds up the tension gradually, so that by the time the scares finally happen, they are all the more effective. The film's sound design is particularly effective, with the use of loud noises and eerie music to create a sense of dread. Number 7. Halloween, 1978. Coming in at the 7th spot on our list is the film that introduced the world to all-time screen queen Jamie Lee Curtis and put John Carpenter on the map. Halloween is frequently cited as one of the earliest examples of the slasher genre as we know it today, and while it may not feature the same kind of realistic gore we've come to expect of films in that category, the film's legacy is also fairly untouchable. Michael Myers' mask has become the stuff of legend, and the giant, unstoppable killer and the final girl have become ingrained in the horror lexicon. There's a reason the franchise is still going after more than 40 years. Number 8. Sinister, 2012. For those who didn't read the scientific study mentioned at the top, we finally come to the film it crowned the scariest. Before he joined the MCU with 2016's Doctor Strange, director Scott Derrickson had racked up a few horror films, a couple of which earned cult followings. One of them was this small-scale haunted house/possession story about a true crime writer, Ethan Hawke, who moves his wife and kids into a house where a family was murdered, only to discover the new place might already have a rather evil tenant. Writer C. Robert Cargill was reportedly inspired to pen the script based on a nightmare he had after watching The Ring, and the story does share a minor similarity with that film, what with the creepy snuff film angle. Number 9. Insidious, 2010. It is a supernatural horror film directed by James Wan and written by Lee Wannell. It stars Patrick Wilson, Rose Byrne, and Barbara Hershey. The story follows a family who moves into a new house and soon realizes that their son is sleepwalking and entering an astral plane called The Further, where he is being haunted by ghosts. The film was a critical and commercial success, grossing over $97 million worldwide against a budget of $1.5 million. Personally, I found Insidious to be a very scary film. The atmosphere was incredibly tense and unsettling, and the jump scares were really effective. Number 10. It, 2017. It 2017 is a supernatural horror film directed by Andy Muschietti and written by Chase Palmer, Cary Fukunaga, and Gary Dauberman. It is the first of a two-part adaptation of the 1986 novel of the same name by Stephen King, primarily covering the first chronological half of the book. It 2017 was released in the United States on September 8, 2017, and received critical acclaim for its performances, directing, screenplay, and production values. The film grossed over $700 million worldwide, making it the highest-grossing horror film of all time. So this was our today's video. I hope you all like it. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe the channel, and share it with your friends and family. We will be back soon with a new video. Till then, keep supporting and take care.